2 blocks, a blanket, 2 blocks, and optional, a chair. So as you gather them and silence your devices, just a couple of announcements and then we shall get started. So our wonderful program, Awareness in Action, is open now for registration for during the Omer. Learn the Jewish practice that helps you be your best self. We will go through the 7-week period in the Jewish calendar from Pesach to Shavuot with a Tikkun Midot practice, integrating basic principles of Jewish mindfulness with close attention to essential character or soul traits, Midot. And this is hosted by Rabbi Mark Margolius. It runs from March 25th until May 20th, so check out that link. And if you are under 40, there is a special Omer course just for you. Join us for Sacred Responsibility, Mindfulness and Midot for the Omer. Please share this with anyone you know under 40 who might be interested as well. IJS core faculty Rebecca Schisler and Kohenet Kishira Halev Fife who are both just extraordinary, will lead this group. It meets from April 9th to May 21st. Please enjoy that link and share that link with anyone who you know who might be interested. Okay, friends. So starting in the chair, or if you prefer, seated on your mat with a little bit of blanket propping. We'll begin with a couple of shoulder rolls, inhaling the shoulders up toward the ears, squeezing the shoulder blades toward each other, and exhale, drop the shoulder blades down the back. Inhaling shoulders toward the ears, bring them around the back, squeeze the shoulder blades, exhale, drop the shoulder blades down the back, let them just slide down. Continuing like this in your own breath. Nice and slow, nice and juicy, beginning to just open up this whole shoulder girdle. Just a wonderful 2-minute break practice for anyone who sits at a computer all day. You might just try this every hour, just a few shoulder rolls. And then we'll take half circles with the head neck. Let your right ear fall towards your right shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale as you bring left ear towards the left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Little half circles. Inhaling, right ear to right shoulder. And just continuing like this in your own time. Check out any sensation. Beginning right away to link breath to movement. To dive into body sensation. Chin to chest, and then lift the head up, just making space between each vertebra as you come back up. And we'll move into a little bit of cat and cow. Exhale, draw the navel to the spine and curl. Inhale, come to the front of the sitting bones. Lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades, draw the elbows back, gaze up. Exhale and curl. Inhale and arch. Continue in your own breath. If you'd like to, as I'm doing, you can bring the knees out and in as you go as well. Internally rotating the thighs as you exhale. Externally rotating the thighs as you inhale, just starting to open up a little synovial fluid in the hips as well. Coming back to center. For those of you that get especially tight in the shoulders, between the shoulder blades, clasp hands, send the arms forward and just curl the thoracic, the upper back, spread the shoulder blades apart. And just get a little extra here. Come back to center. We'll take side bending. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, take a side bend to the right. Inhale, windmill the arms. Exhale, side bend left. You can go in your own breath, inhaling up and exhaling, side bending. Keep the breath moving, keep the body moving. Today's going to be a practice of a little movement and flow. We're really working on linking breath to movement. As spring begins to emerge and things start to press up from the earth, we're also wanting to maybe move the body a little bit more. Come out of our own hibernation period. Come back to center. We'll take the knees wide. Inhale, arch and lift up, and exhale, fold forward. If you're on the floor, maybe you're cross legs, you're just also folding forward. Long spine, maybe you're taking your hands to the floor. You can let your head go. So it's kind of a supported version of a squat. You'll start to warm up a little the low back, the buttocks, the upper hips. Just releasing. Up vertebra by vertebra. So we're looking at the second Torah portion in Vayikra and Leviticus, Parshat Sav. We continue to learn about the sacrifices, the laws around the sacrifices, and the role for Aaron and his sons, the priests. And the word korban for sacrifice, it literally means coming close. So sacrifices in the Torah are a ceremony for helping us come close to our da'at, to our knowing, to the life force itself, chayut, prana, as we call it in yoga. We talked about this last week, this idea of our approaching. How do we approach? So we have several kinds of offerings. Zot haTorah, la'olah, lamincha, v'lachatat, v'la'asham, v'lamiluim, u'lezevach hashlamim. The olah, the burnt offering sacrifice, the mincha, the meal offering, chatat, the sin offering, asham, the guilt offering, miluim, the offering of ordination. I realize it's the same word as the Army Reserves in the IDF, miluim. And lastly, the sixth one, zevach hashlamim, the sacrifice of well-being. So these are the different kinds of sacrifices. We can make offerings for our gratitude, for our well-being, for apology, all of these different ways. So the Torah and that verse is from this portion. Early in the portion, it says one thing twice, maybe perhaps more than twice, that's very important for us. V'ha'esh al hamizbeach And the fire on the altar, tukad bo, shall be kept burning, lo tichbe, not to go out. Kind of a double. It should be kept burning and it shouldn't go out. The fire on the altar shall be kept burning, not to go out. Every morning the priest shall feed wood to it, lay out the burnt offering on it, and turn into smoke the fat parts of the offerings of well-being. So for our well-being, we should burn up what's unnecessary. And there's a word for that in yoga philosophy, in Sanskrit also, tapas, that we're coming to the mat to burn off let's say the fats, the excess for our offering. The very next verse, Eish tamid tukad al hamizbeach, a perpetual fire shall be kept burning on the altar, lo tichbe, not to go out. So we're going to look at practices that move fire through us. And I just want to share, before we do that, one little piece from Rabbi Yael Levy's Directing the Heart. A fire shall continuously burn on the altar. We have been called into holy service. Keep the fires burning. Every evening, lay on the altar the offerings of the day and keep the fires burning. Every morning, renew commitment to tend the flames and keep the fires burning. Keep the fires burning with practice, with devotion, through commitment and care. That's what we do when we come to our mat. Every evening, give thanks for the gifts of the day. Every morning, hear the Holy One call, I have great faith in you, and keep the fires burning. We are called into holy service. Let us tend the flames and keep the fires burning. It's not so easy, maybe every single day, to get up with a fire for our lives, for excitement. Things might be weighing on us, the world events, maybe personal upsets or depression or anxiety, any manner of things that we are working with in our own mental health and our own well-being. But we come to the mat to keep the inner flame flaming, keep the inner flame burning. So I want to start with a breath practice known as breath of fire or Kapalabhati, that helps to keep the flame of the diaphragm and the respiratory system toned. It's a forced exhalation and a passive inhalation. So you can place a hand on the low belly, right below the navel, and place another hand, place your hand just under your nose, and give a quick puff out your nose. Feel the lower belly come in with that quick puff, and then the inhale is a rebound. We're not causing the inhale. It happens in a rebound. So try that. Doesn't have to be in time with me. You're really working the exhale. You're feeling the belly come in as a result of that exhale, and then the inhale happens on its own. It all happens through the nose, okay? No mouth here, just nose. So we're gonna you can do it slowly, just like that, in your own time, some recovery breaths, or you can do with me, we're gonna do 2 sets of 20, and then hold. If you have any dizziness, just pause and return to your natural breathing. So inhale fully, and exhale fully. Inhale halfway and begin. Five, four, three, two, one. Exhale completely. Inhale completely. And then we retain the breath by drawing the pelvic floor up and then closing the chin to the chest up top. And then release and exhale. Let the breath come back to natural breathing. One more set, inhaling fully, exhaling completely. Inhale part way, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale completely. Inhale fully. Apply the root lock, lifting the pelvic floor, and the chin lock, closing the chin down. Hold the breath in. Hold the life force in. And then release the root, release the chin, let the breathing come back to normal. So breath of fire is an enlivening breath. It's wonderful to do in the morning, really gets you going. Not a breath to do at night, at bedtime. It's not a calming breath, it's an activating breath. So keep the fires burning. Eish tamid tukad al hamizbeach. We're going to come to the front of our mat for a sun salute, and I will ask you to put your two blocks on either side. If you're going to be using a chair for the sun salute, if you prefer not to go on two planes, right, you can use the chair, no problem. Baby cobra is just going to be a little press and a backward extension. You can have a place to hold here for balance, etc. Downward facing dog would look something like this, right? Ta-da, ta-da. So you can use your chair instead, if you prefer. Those of you with blocks, you'll just take them to either side at the front of the mat. We're going to just build slowly through some sun salutes. Palms at the heart. Take a breath or two here. Thumbs into the sternum, lifting the sternum. Just finding your center. Maybe reconnecting with your kavanah, your intention that you shared at the beginning of class. Inhale the arms out and up overhead. And exhale, swan dive it forward, hands to the blocks or the chair or your shins. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold. We're just going to start with half salutes. Inhale, reverse the swan dive or roll up the spine. Arms up. And exhale, coming back down. Inhale the arms out and up overhead. Just getting the breath moving, the body moving. Exhale, dive it forward over the legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming up, it's rolling up or reversing the swan dive. Arms up, gaze up if it works for your neck. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive it forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, draw the thighs back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms out and up. And exhale, coming back to center. Pause, take a breath or two here. And we'll start to layer and add on. Inhale, the arms out and up. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step the right foot back, knee down, low lunge. And just letting the hips move forward and back, starting to wake up the quad, the hip flexors. Lengthen the tailbone. Draw the hips back and lengthen the left foot and fold over it. Flexing the left toes, getting the hamstring, the calf. And then come on forward again. Place the hands on either side of the left foot, tuck the back toes, step it back. Plank if you like, knees up or knees down, or just coming down to the floor. So you can as low as you'd like. Palms by the sides of the chest, elbows drawing in. Lengthen forward, inhale, cobra. Exhale, press back to puppy, buttocks in the air, or child pose, sitting back. Arms extended, elbows off the floor. Triceps drawing under you, eyes of the elbows moving in the direction toward the ceiling. Through the triceps, the armpits, the side waists. Walk the arms and the torso over to the right. Nice little side bend. We keep the fire burning by keeping the breath moving. Nice, smooth, steady breaths. Arms coming through the center and over to the left, especially extend through the right fingertips. Coming back to center, come back up to all fours. Inhale the right leg back behind you. Exhale, curl the spine, draw the right knee forward towards the forehead as much as possible, and then step it forward. Low lunge. You can prop up on your blocks if you'd like. Letting the hips, again, sink forward and move back. And now draw the hips all the way back, lengthen through the right foot, flex the right toes, hamstring, calf, shift the weight forward, tuck the back toes, step it forward, fold over the legs. Inhale, take the arms out and up overhead. And exhale, coming back to the center line. Pause here for a breath. Inhale the arms out and up overhead. Exhale, dive it forward over the legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, the right foot steps back. This time the knee can be on the floor or it can be up. Pressing the right heel back and finding this lunge. Lengthening the crown of the head forward. Inhale here and then exhale. Once again, press the hips back and straighten through the left leg. And maybe you'll draw these blocks to their highest level so you can rest the hands. Square the hips, maybe it's moving the left hip back slightly. And then bend through the left knee, come back to the lunge, place the hands and step back. Plank pose, hold it if you'd like. Build a little heat on that altar. Navel to spine, knitting the ribs, and then lower down. Inhale, small cobra, shoulder blades down the back, tailbone long. Exhale, press it back. It's puppy or child or downward facing dog. Tucking the toes and lifting the hips. Arms are straight, spine is long if you're in down dog. And then perhaps Walking it out through the feet. We're going to meet with the right foot forward. If you're in down dog, inhale, lift the right leg back and up behind you. Exhale, draw the knee to the spine. Use your abs to help you come forward. Then you can also take your hand to help bring the foot forward. And now we come into the lunge. Knee down or knee up. So you can always please adjust. You don't have to follow my movements. There's so many variations. You can just follow your own body. Please, please, please. Wherever you are today is just perfect in your practice. So maybe it's a knee down lunge. That's great. Maybe you're with the chair. That's great. Taking the blocks to the highest level, drawing the hips back in space. Two straight legs, the back heel is up. Unless you prefer to put it down, also okay. Draw that right hip crease back in space, square the hips. And then bend through the right knee, step the left foot forward, exhale, fold. Inhale, coming on up, lift up. Exhale the hands to the heart. Take a full breath to pause and collect. Going again, inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, dive it forward over the legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step the right foot back. Lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up, high lunge. And then exhale, sweep them back down, step it back, plank. Could be, again, on the hands, could be on the elbows, the knees could be down, the knees could be up, you decide. Here's another lunge variation. And then when you're ready, lower down if you haven't done so already. Inhale, press up higher to downward facing dog if you like that. It's a possibility. Exhale, it's child, it's puppy, or it's downward facing dog. Find your way. In downward facing dog, the arms are straight. So if you're going to bend something, you're bending the knees, not the elbows. Spine is long. Coming back, inhale the right arm up, right leg. Sorry. And then exhale, you curl the low back to draw the right knee in towards the chest. Draw it through and step it down. Inhale, sweep the arms up, high lunge. And exhale, sweep the arms forward, step the left foot to meet the right, fold over. Inhale, coming up, arms up. Exhale back to the center. Eish tamid tukad al hamizbeach lo tichbe. The fire should continuously burn. One more round. The body should not burn. The nerves should not burn. We're just talking about heat, not a burning sensation. Inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, dive it forward over the legs. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, right foot back. Inhale, arms up, high lunge. And exhale, warrior two. Turn the left palm up. Inhale, up, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the arms, frame the left foot, step it back, find a plank position or lower down. Small cobra, move cobra, upward facing, lots of choices. Exhale, puppy or child or down dog. Few breaths here. Inhale, leg back and up. Exhale, draw that knee forward between the hands. Can always use your arm to help. Inhale, lift the arms. High lunge, exhale. Warrior two. Right palm up. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, cartwheel the arms. Still exhaling, step the left foot forward. Inhale, coming up. Arms up. Exhale, back to the heart. What is your offering today? What are you placing on the altar? As you allow your breathing perhaps to just return to steadiness, take one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart. Just to find that steadiness, you could close your eyes if it's comfortable. We'll come to the floor, seated on the blanket. From this fold, I like to fold one more time to have something to sit up with a little bit for the hips. See what works for you. And come to seated. We're going to take seated twist. It might be right knee coming in, left leg long. You might prefer it with the foot crossed. You might prefer it with the bottom knee tucked under. So you decide. If you have any issues in the sacroiliac, like pelvic stuff, I suggest this is the most pashut, the most simple, leaving the legs parallel. Inhale and lift up tall. And exhale, spin to the right. And you can place that left hand anywhere on the right knee on the outside. You can take the elbow, maybe it's the outside of the elbow. The most important thing here, however, is that the spine be tall, that we're sitting up tall, anchored on the sitting bones, spine tall, spinning to the right. Be here and breathe. Inhale is lengthening the spine, and exhale is twisting. When you're ready, come back to center and take a brief counter twist to the left. Twists are purifying, they're clarifying. You can see I'm making this wringing out action like I've got a wet towel, wet washcloth, twisting it. It's wonderful, wonderful for helping in the digestion and all the abdominal organs. And it's just a beautiful, twisting is really called for as we move from winter to spring. So I'm here to remind you to advocate, do your daily twist. It could be seated, it could be lying. Let's take the other side. Inhale and lift the spine really nice and tall. And exhale, just ground the sitting bones. Just feel the sense of grounding. Inhale one more time, lifting the crown. Exhale, spinning to the left, taking your twist, noticing how is it on the second side. Seeing if you can approach without judgment, just inquiry, curiosity. How is it in my experience right now? The inhale lengthens the spine, and the exhale brings on the twist. And then when you're ready, release. Easy counter twist to the right. And come on back. Okay, from here, we are going to lie down, knees bent, soles of the feet to the floor. I'm going to prepare a little bridge pose. And do a couple variations here. So the first is, so nice to be on the floor. I could stay here a while. Just feel, the first thing is just feel your back body making sweet contact where it is making contact with the mat. And extend the arms and hold the sides of your mat. We're just going to start with a baby bridge. It goes like this. Inhale, fill the belly, chest, rib cage. And exhale, pelvic tilt, press the lower back to the floor, and then let that kind of roll into the feet as you start to press up. Press through those hip points. The shoulders remain wide. We're not doing anything with the shoulders here. It's just all about keeping the knees parallel, finding a little heat for the quads, and lifting the pelvis up, feeling the buttocks engage. You don't have to squeeze them. They're going to engage anyway. Think about lifting the two bony parts of the front of the hip points, we call them, up toward the ceiling. When you've had enough of this, the shoulders are wide, and imagine that you're placing vertebra by vertebra down on the mat, like pearl by pearl by pearl, in a beautiful string down to the mat. So you're articulating the spine, we call this. Right? And you might notice that like whole chunks of the spine kind of come down at once. So that's something we work on, that articulation. Okay, next variation, we're going to inhale the arms up toward the ceiling and overhead. If it's available to you, see how your shoulders do. You can always widen the arms, take them out in a T, and then exhale, navel to spine. Again, flatten out that lower back curve, and then curl up the spine, articulating up. Again, knees parallel, thighs are parallel, hip points lifting. Be here and breathe. Inhale, fill the torso. And then exhale, again, vertebra by vertebra, slowly articulate down toward the mat. Dropping one vertebra and then the next. Until you come all the way down. And then bring the arms back. Okay, the next variation looks like this. We're going to walk the heels as much as possible in towards the the sitting bones and the sitting bones as much as possible toward the heels. Lift up the heels, turn the palms to face up, and step onto the palms. Then you can start to draw the shoulders under you, and then from here, press the hips up, press the thighs up. You can put as much zrizut, as much energy into this as works for you. And then when you're ready, come off the arms, widen the shoulders first, and then lower down. Give yourself a hug, cross the elbows over the chest. Inhale, stretch the arms out wide to the sides. Exhale, give yourself another hug with the other elbow on top. Release and draw the knees to the chest. Give them a hug. Just work out any, just little massage for the low back. And then come to stillness. It might be constructive rest, soles of the feet to the floor, knees bent, elbows wide, hands on the low ribs or low belly. It might be a traditional shavasana with legs long, wide, arms out to the sides, palms facing up. You make that call. A few minutes for quiet and integration. Begin to deepen the breath. Wiggle the fingers on the toes as you come back to the surface. Take all the time you need. This is really still part of practice, right? So sometimes we just jump up out of Shavasana back to our day. No, part of our practice is take all the time you need. Stay with yourself as you make this transition from lying down to seated. How we do transitions on the mat is how we're going to do transitions in our lives. Take your time to come up to a comfortable seat. Pelvis rooted, spine tall. Take your dominant hand and turn the thumb down, close it with the fingers so you make a fist, and put it right into that notch of the rib cage. That's where the diaphragm sits. Take the other hand and place it on top of your dominant hand so that you can feel the place of your own fire. We've been called into holy service. Keep the fires burning. Every evening, lay on the altar the offerings of the day and keep the fires burning. Every morning, renew the commitment to tend the flames and keep the fires burning. Thank yourself for practicing today. As you're ready, release your hands, allow the eyes to open and come back to the colors and textures and light of your own space. Thank you all for practicing today with me. So happy to see you. We'll see you next week. We will look toward Pesach in our theming. And a reminder that from now through the first Seder, any donations to IJS are being matched by a very generous donor. So in any amount that you give, it will be doubled. So please consider a donation to IJS in any amount if this class or any of our free offerings have been important to you. And Rachel, I'll ask you if you could put that link in the chat. Thank you so much. A huge thanks to Rachel for technically guiding our screen today, and thanks to all of you for showing up. We'll stay for some Q&A until top of the hour. So if you have a reflection on your practice or a question about something that we've done that you'd like to share, you can place it in the chat or use the hand raising function at the bottom bar to raise your hand. I want to share also that I will be leading a retreat at Kripalu Center for Yoga and Health in the Berkshires, Western Massachusetts, Stockbridge, Mass. And save the date. It's October 29 to November 1st. And the link for registration